Hand.
Yeah, it's his hand.
And you're now live on YouTube.
Oh, and now we're live on YouTube too. And on YouTube you can actually see me, Ninja, and Chance, and Benny's hand, Jeff's face, Matt's something. Thumb.
Put that thing away, man.
Oh. Man, it's not a good time for that.
No.
Not a good time. That's Kevin Spacey.
That's good.
Alright, so, man, the shack is a very confined place. There's a lot of stuff in here. It might get knocked over and be loud, and we apologize. But what we're here to discuss tonight is Halloween multimedia. Now, from September for some of us, October for others of us, you know, we spent between 30 to 60 days consuming a lot of Halloween media. We watched a lot of movies, we watched a lot of TV specials, watched some music videos, we read some books, we watched some plays, we saw some live Arson productions of play movies.
Right, we did.
And we had a good time doing it all. So what we want to discuss is what we liked, what we didn't like, what was good, what was bad. Here's Arson Brother Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, babies.
All right, so AB Matt.
Hey.
Let's start off with movies. Everybody who watched at least one or two Halloween movies as an Arson Brother, let's jump in here. Matt, we saw your list. It was massive.
I watched a lot of stuff.
Did you say massive?
Massive
I watched
list.
a lot of things.
Banjo Commonwealth.
Somebody needs to pull it up. I can't even remember it.
Yeah.
What's here? More squeezing in. We're going 5D.
Come on.
Oh, what?
Oh, we did it.
I'll squeeze myself out.
Oh, come back, baby.
Come on.
Can I drape across the leg?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'll
Let
do
me
that.
squeeze in before
you
you do
squeeze
that.
in, I'll go all the way across the leg.
The logistics of an Arson live roundtable
This
discussion.
is your house.
In my house, in the Arson Shack / house.
This is hella uncomfortable.
Get your up here.
Now we're in there.
Here we go.
We have a nice
Hey,
big
how's it
lots
going?
food
This
content.
feels way better than it should.
It does. Look at me.
On
I'm warm, I know.
Facebook, you cannot see Arson Young Boy Chance, but
Let's see.
on
Where's
YouTube,
that?
you can definitely
Let's
see
see.
him
Let's find
stretch
him up.
across.
Oh,
All right, so
You can see me on YouTube too.
yes.
Yeah, on YouTube,
Benny
you
on
can see Banjo
Facebook,
Commonwealth.
Benny's on YouTube. So if you're looking for Big Pie, go to our YouTube.
back to the
Hey,
topic
oh,
at
is there?
hand.
Yes.
That's a celebrity right there.
Arson Brother Matt.
Yes, sir.
Somehow you started us off.
Give me a list.
That's not your list. That's my list.
Yeah.
But I'll find your list.
It's on the same thing. Oh, that's your
Okay.
paper.
Mine is
That's
on my
my
notes.
penis, man.
Yours is on the Facebook page.
Oh, so that's
I'm
not
sorry.
your phone.
It is my
Phone's
phone.
over here.
No, I touched this.
Oh, don't
I'll put it right there so you feel better.
Oh, okay.
It's better.
Touch this Michael
We
Myers.
got a little chance play, not child's play, but chance play.
Chance has a chub. Look.
Cult of Chansey.
Whoa.
Man, it's past midnight. We can be a little bit more.
It's true. It's past me. NC-17.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a little too adult for me.
Yeah, you
Nah.
You're still young, boy.
Y'all out here
Chance.
talking about peckers and chubs. And
Oh, man, I could've-
just off screen.
Are we ready
Johnny
for me to
Young
come
Boys.
in?
Dude!
you lay right here.
Shut the fuck up, Eddie. This is,
You put your head down there and your feet up here,
Stop
and we'll
cussing,
all pile up.
that's what your mother said.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
That was really
what's
nice.
up?
That was really great of
How
you.
are you? Jeff.
It's really
Jeff and Boris.
If you were interested
Jeff and
in Jed's
Dad.
bicep,
We're live
please
on
go to
Facebook
YouTube
and
Live.
All right, here's Matt's
please
list
don't
I
knock your
finally
nose off.
found. Here you go.
What are we doing?
What up,
Oh, shit. There's Matt.
Alright.
I'll give you one eyeball.
All right, dude.
Your shoulders covering
come
YouTube.
out- Could
Scoot
you
back
please,
the
could you
hair.
please come out of
The YouTube, the
God
one
damn it,
gimmick,
Tim.
the one gimmick, the one gimmick.
If I think really hard, Matt, I think I can give you a bit of a tripod.
All right.
stand.
So back to the topic at hand. AB Matt's favorite Halloween movie or horror movie, Halloween movie, themed movie that he
Man.
watched.
I watched a lot of movies, actual movies. I got 32 movies in.
a lot of movies.
And
Impressive.
45 days was my time frame. Now, some of those were done I did 2 horror movie marathons there. Arson Brothers one and one for AB Junior Luke. So, so that popped a lot in. But my favorite, I think, of the season that I watched was actually, man, it's tough. It's tough, but and this may blend into, because I know some other of these good brothers watched this one, but it was The Devil's Candy.
Oh.
Just because these guys, both of these guys right here, Jeff and Size, pumped it up to me. Talked about how metal it was, and boy, it was quite the metal horror flick, man. It was awesome. I was expecting good, but not that good, and it just blew me away. Now, also, I have to say, until this season, and I watched this movie twice, I had never saw Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, yeah?
So, honestly, that's probably really my favorite. Yeah, and ended up watching it twice during the season. We'll have another time. Also,
Did Stephen King scare the hell out of you?
Well, he made me feel something. Also, I want to give props to Hat and Tom. I'll give this back. Well, we might do it for TV, but Green Room. I would like to shout out for Green Room.
Oh, is that the Anton Yelchin?
Yeah, last
Yeah.
time
Oh, that one's
died.
good.
It
Yeah.
was
So good.
excellent. So I have a couple of new ones that I got.
You know what my favorite part of Green Room was?
Oh.
Nuts punks! Nuts punks! Nuts punks!
Punks.
Beep off!
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got pumped for that.
The Green Room was fun.
it was good.
That was good.
That movie was intense.
It was.
Yeah, it was good.
As far as movie, also I'll put this one over. A little 80s pick. Johnny Youngblood, you watched this one with me. Summer Camp Nightmare. Your boy was in that, right?
Chuck Connors.
Chuck
Chuck
Connors.
Connors.
Tell him about
Who's Chuck Connors?
Young Boy, you guys scoot the camera.
No, I'm not going to because I got shoved at earlier.
Well, you
But
just cut
on behalf of the
the
Chuck
ball.
Connors Association, just tune in to my fucking page.
Please don't cuss.
That is the best guy that ever existed, I think. Because Chuck Connor was amazing. Chuck Connor served.
There you go. And we have Summer Camp Nightmare. One to check out that had the notorious Chuck Connors on there.
Sorry. No.
Chance Rizer's feet really stink.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
Sticky
You
feet
got
going.
bad foot stink going on.
Would you say that's the scariest
Yeah,
thing you've
yeah.
ever seen?
Oh, maybe.
It's been a long day, man. I don't want to hear it.
No, come on. It's
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
I'm
It's
sorry.
all right.
No. I'm leaving.
Bring him back. Bring back the stank foot. All right, we ran off Young Boy Chance because of his stank foot. Benny's gonna jump
take
in
the
here.
spot. Oh, that's
Oh.
his booty.
And Benny just need me in my front
Okay.
Snakefoot's what you get.
Benny's
man.
hair
Green
smells a
crew.
lot better than
Alright.
Young Boy Chance's
We're back.
stank foot.
This feels not as awkward for me.
All right, Jeff.
A
Please
butt
don't
instead
pass
of a
gas.
penis.
Yeah. Jeff, we got Matt's favorite movies he consumed.
Yeah?
What about yours?
Oh, man.
How's my butt look?
I mean, I watched a lot, too. I don't think I
Good.
watched quite as many as Matt, but I watched, like, a pretty good lot myself.
Oh, yeah. He
Watched a lot with Luke, actually. Arson Brothers Jr. Luke.
Nice.
Watched a lot without, too. But, I mean, honestly, I want to put over Devil's Candy. I want to put over Green Room. Both of those were great. I mean, I think it's been a great year for horror, honestly. And a great couple of years, especially
Yeah,
for
man.
indie horror.
Horror's hot right now.
Horror's hot. Any
But
horror's
a
good.
movie that I want to put over, just because it's not ones that we've really talked about yet, but a movie that I thought was, like, scary in the right way because it really made me think. And I would have to say that would be A Dark Song. I really liked A Dark Song. I thought that movie approached the occult in such a real way that, like, there was, like, moments that it generally had me, like, feeling, I wouldn't say creeped out, just, like, thinking in the house there. I was up all by myself watching it late at night. And I've got to put that over. Yeah, I think that was one of my favorites, honestly. And
Nice.
if I'm keeping in the occult realm, another movie that I watched this year that I had only watched, I mean, it's been out like I think a couple years now. I love The Witch.
The Witch.
The Witch was
I want to
great.
watch that still.
So that's probably two of my favorites of the season, of newer movies. If I wanted to throw in an old movie, there's so many. I watched a lot. I'm not going to throw them all out, but I'll say Motel Hell is a lot of fun.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ninja, what about you, brother?
brother, I'm like these guys. You know, I've spent the last couple days watching horror movies. From my favorite, Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, which I know
Yeah.
a few of the guys here like it.
Oh,
One of my also favorites, Trick or Treat, not the one, but the one about the dead rock star comes back from the dead. Stephen King, Cujo, Carrie, Christine, Stephen King's It. The
Nice.
one that really surprised me was the It remake.
Yeah.
I kind of bit my words
missed that
saying that I didn't think I was going to go watch it, didn't think it was any good, but it actually turned out to be
I thought it was great.
great. You know,
Nice.
they did a real good job at it. Leprechaun, Halloween, Rob
yeah.
Zombie's Halloween, which I love Rob Zombie's remake because it gives more details about Michael growing up in the crazy house and all that. So,
I never saw it.
I mean,
Another.
I never saw it.
It's worth the watch.
yeah, I
Check
mean,
that out, Jeff.
it gives the backstory about Michael, being locked away into the crazy place and then growing up, and it kind of fills in the void that leaves out with the original Halloween.
Oh, you just said The Void.
Yeah, there's a good one.
That's
The
a one. That's
Void.
one.
Is the Void good? I haven't
Oh,
watched
I have not
so
seen that.
good.
Yeah,
No,
I gotta
have
check
not
it out.
seen
I gotta
that.
So
check it out.
good.
But
Must see.
another two movies that I seen that Matt told me about was actually real good was The Curse of Chucky and The Cult of Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two remakes that I had never seen until recently, and both of them turned out really good.
Yeah, I really like that Cult of Chucky that dropped
Yeah,
this year.
that
I
was the
thought
best
it was,
one. Yeah.
a little twist, a little different take on the Chucky. I'm not a huge Chucky franchise fan at all either, so.
Same here. Same here.
Young Boy Chance, you watch any horror movies that you enjoyed?
Yeah, I
Chris?
watched a few. I'm a
Can't see
really
him on
big
Facebook.
fan
He's down here,
of.
though.
Was it? I'm a really big fan of. I'm
Yeah,
over
man,
here.
he's here.
I'm here. I swear.
He's here. Go to YouTube. You can see
Yeah, I got YouTube exclusively on YouTube
That's
Live.
YouTube.
I'm a really big fan of zombie films specifically. And I don't know if you guys watched Train to Busan yet.
Love it.
I've not
Oh,
yet,
so
but I
good.
know these guys can see it.
love
I'm
it.
dying to.
I just like how they almost humanized the zombies in that movie, and it's more about the zombies, I think, than the actual people, which is a great take on the zombie films, I feel.
Yeah.
And then there's another one on Netflix that I watched. I can't remember the name of it right off, but I just know that I thought about that movie for like 3 days afterwards.
Nice. Right. Well,
Consistently.
those kept in your mind.
Yeah, and it was a foreign film. It was about these police officers who one of them thought he was living a dream the entire time.
Oh, Baskin.
Baskin, that's the one. Yeah, that one was good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. Nice.
Baskin's really good.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll
nice.
throw out one real quick, just because it's something for people to check out too. The movie The Boys in the Trees.
I want to watch that.
It's not what I would consider like traditionally horror until the end, and it kind of all comes together, and you have to classify it as that. But it's just a really good movie. So I'm
Interesting.
gonna throw that. And it's set around Halloween. Halloween themed. It's Australian.
Has
film.
everyone here seen Antichrist?
No.
No, but I like Lars von Trier a lot.
Man,
Yeah, I'd like to
Antichrist.
watch it.
It's a hard movie to watch.
Right.
But if you can get through it, like at the end of it, you're just like, oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Check
it's
that out.
really good. Just really, really graphic. Not for the faint of heart.
I'm gonna throw out one more and put over. People this on Netflix as well. I think you might have watched it as well. You said it's called Tales of Halloween.
Yeah, it's really fun.
10 horror shorts, little compilation film. Man, it's just
got
it's a
Boo Boo
blast.
Stewart in it.
Yeah, it's a lot of actors
Is it
pop
animated?
through. No,
No?
no,
really good.
It's good, and all the stories up tied together a little bit all in one little town. It's really cool. Really fun little. Feels real quick to pour through.
I would say if you're a fan of Trick or Treat, the anthology Trick or Treat,
Yeah.
you would definitely love Tales of Halloween.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the first time
Snoop
I
Dogg
watched
Tales
that
of the
one
Hood.
this year. and
Anybody?
it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Banjo Commonwealth, a.k.a. Benny Conley.
Become
A.k.a.
pie.
little nephew Benny.
AKA
International
AKA
superstar.
The birthday boy.
Oh.
A.k.a. Canada's strongman, Dino Benny. Dino Conley.
He's gonna get caught up in that cigarette gimmick.
Don't sell cigarettes, man. They'll shoot you in the
Mafia
chair,
style,
your sleeping
yeah.
chair.
They asked me if I had any tobacco or alcohol at the border, to which I said no.
Good. Not smuggling across the border. Did you watch any? You were laying across us. Now you're behind camera. Nobody can see you, but they can hear you. Did you watch any horror movies that you loved this season?
No.
All right.
Not really.
You were at the horror movie marathon.
I was at the horror movie marathon.
You're also at the Arson Horror Picture Show.
It's true.
I don't remember.
I saw
any
some
of-
scary stuff
Like,
at that.
I didn't watch any of the
No,
movies that were playing.
No,
so
no.
I was there for the party, and I wasn't leaving until y'all threw me out.
We would never
We're
throw
gonna
you
have a
out.
little fun. Gonna get me some. I'm here a wise woman once said that.
Wow. Here for the party.
Here for the good times.
How about you?
Not here for a long
Yeah,
time,
good
but here
times.
for a good time.
Yeah.
What about you? What really stood out to you, man?
I watched a lot of occult films this year. That's probably what my main attraction was.
Is that Gretchen Wilson?
A Dark Song was towards the top for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the ending. For some reason, the ending just
Oh.
seemed too cheesy, too happy-go-lucky for me.
Well, you're not the first person I saw that
Yeah.
say that. Are you talking about in particular a certain part that was definitely very CGI'd?
Yes, a very CGI part with a very large man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see the complaint. It didn't bother me, but I could see where it would bother people.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. But I get why it bothered you and why it bothered
Yeah.
others.
But you're talking about The Witch, and actually my favorite was another A23 release. A23 production company putting out a lot of horror movies recently, a lot of really good horror movies. My favorite was The Blackcoat's Daughter.
I still haven't seen
I felt like it built the suspense really well. It made the kind of occult aspect of it work really well. I thought they were a very good independent horror film. So yeah, that's my number one.
Nice.
So I think it's really very evident. I mean, like I was saying earlier, pretty much everything we're talking about that's some of our favorites. Independent horror is really strong right now.
It is right
It's
now.
very strong.
Horror is very strong.
Horror is hot, man.
really
Good,
is.
lots of good horror. Even mainstream horror
yeah.
that's coming
I
out.
was
is
really
good right
surprised
now,
by the new
honestly.
It.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I'm
it was
having
gonna
a
be
see it,
nearly
but
as good as
I know
it.
everyone's it's
fantastic.
positive. I know it's
But jumping off the idea of mainstream horror, I'm gonna try to work into our least favorite films we watched, and my personal least favorite was a mainstream film released in major theaters. I watched it on HBO Go, so it's on a major fucking. Sorry, Young Blooded.
okay.
It's on a major network. Lights Out. Like I thought it was just.
Oh, I haven't saw that. I didn't
I haven't
think
watched
it
it.
looked very
It
good.
was on HBO Go. So I'm like, hey, I've watched nothing but independent and obscure horror films. I'm gonna watch this major
Yeah,
production, and I was like, I watched Lights Out. I didn't like it.
I haven't
Yeah.
saw it.
I thought it looked like it'd be rough, but I haven't checked it out.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But Chance Rizer.
Something
My
you
least
didn't
favorite one?
like?
Least favorite one. What do you got you don't like?
Oh, I watched this British ghost movie about this girl that's on house arrest. Is on Netflix. It was just trash. She's on house arrest and her house was haunted and it was just garbage.
Oh yeah.
If you see a movie on Netflix about a girl who's on house arrest and her house is haunted, it's garbage. Don't watch it.
Wise words from a young boy.
Okay.
I watched Young Guns 1 and 2 yesterday.
It's on Halloween. That's amazing. You don't get better than that.
Did you see Emilio Estevez was arrested yesterday?
Was he?
Yeah, his
What?
mugshot not looking good.
Man.
Better than his brother.
Emilio.
Does he have tiger blood?
Emilio Estevez, the mighty Duckman himself.
Martin Sheen
I
has
swear to
Tiger Blood. I
God.
feel like Martin Sheen passed on Tiger Blood to his
Yeah.
heirs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
'Cause, I mean, he had a heart attack during the apocalypse now. He just still did it.
What was your worst, Matt?
Man, I don't have one that I particularly didn't enjoy.
Right?
But
I'm in
if
the
I
same
have
boat as
if
you.
I have to say something, I'm gonna say rewatching Night of the Creeps did not hold up as much as I wanted.
Really?
And I don't say that as in I didn't enjoy it because I certainly did. But looking at my list, that's the one that stands out. That was felt the struggle to get through to a degree. I don't know. It just didn't hold up as well for me, and that was the first time I saw it in years and liked it and still liked it. But I guess if I have to put a bottom, I want to shout out a couple more, and I think some of you watched this real quick. 2 Netflix movies. One, The Babysitter, that came out. I thought it was
funny.
fantastic little horror comedy.
Yeah.
And also along the same lines, A Little Devil that came out that's on there. It was a
I have
nice
not watched
little.
that.
It's a nice little, debatable on horror comedy, but it is. I don't know what else you classify this, but it's not in the way. But I think that's two little fun films. It's easy to watch right there on Netflix.
Well, if you're throwing out Netflix things, I would like to say real quick, 2 of my other favorite horror movies that I watched this whole season were both Netflix originals. They were both Netflix adaptations of Stephen King films,
Nice.
novels or stories.
Yeah.
novellas.
Yes, and this actually dovetails into my least favorite as well, but I'll get to that. 1922 with Thomas Jane
I did see
was
that one.
awesome.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
I
enjoyed
loved it. And then Gerald's Game.
I haven't
I
got to
thought-
see it yet.
Gerald's Game was as good as anything that I saw lately. There was a scene in that literally had me, and I watch the most splattery, gory films and it don't bother me. The degloving scene in Gerald's Game literally had me wincing, was looking away from the TV. I loved it so much that same night, because I saw that the director of Gerald's Game had did another film earlier, earlier in the year, a year or two ago. So I checked out his other movie that was on Netflix. And it was good, but it was disappointing to me because it wasn't as good as Gerald's Game to me. So if I had to pick for my least favorite horror film of the year that I watched, and once more, like Matt said, it's not that I didn't like it at all. It's just it wasn't.
Right.
It would be Hush.
Hush. No.
Hush.
Hush. Wow, I really liked Hush.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's just I thought Gerald's Game was like infinitely better. So
I really liked Hush. Actually, made me think of it. It Comes in the Night. Did you guys watch that one?
I watched it.
I really liked that
It
one
Follows.
with Joe Edgerton.
Oh, yeah.
It Follows. I love It Follows.
Follows is great.
A haunted
I think-
STD. That's awesome.
It
Yeah.
Comes at Night was an amazing story, but I think it
I haven't
was
got to watch it yet.
a
I've heard good things.
It's really good. I really like it.
60-minute short film that was stretched out into a feature film.
Yeah, I could see where there's a lot of unnecessary content there, but I don't think it hurt it.
No,
I
it's
still
still a
think
great film.
the story was still really good and all the characters were really strong for like a 6-person cast.
Yeah.
It's great.
Nice.
Very,
Yeah, check
very
that out.
small, scenery stuff.
I mean, obviously very low budget,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
it was
A23
pulled
as
off
well.
as well. What is it?
Okay. Okay.
Released by A23 Productions, like The Witch and
Oh yeah.
Black Coat's Daughter.
Okay.
It took me this long to watch the number 23. Speaking of that, but I watched the number 23 this
Yeah.
month too. Really good. I'm a big
Devil's
Jim
Candy
Carrey fan,
23?
so
Yeah, I enjoy it. I
yeah,
it gets a lot of
it's-
grief, but I
it's
think it's
IC,
pretty.
I
I
think.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it
It's
was
fun.
it gets a lot of grief.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't looked into it much. What do people say about
It
it?
gets, I've heard it get dragged on.
Yeah, it
for,
gets dragged on.
for a lot, but I thought it was pretty good.
It's
I
a
enjoyed
bit
the movie.
it's a bit silly of a concept, but I think it's executed really well.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Ninja, your least favorite, brother?
Well, actually, I have two least favorites.
Okay.
Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh man.
I
Freddy
really
versus
enjoy both
Jason.
of those movies.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of think they was a comedy, especially Jason vs.
Oh,
Freddy.
definitely comedy.
I think
flicks.
you could argue most of the Friday the 13th movies are a little bit comedy.
Well, not all
After a
of them,
certain
Yeah.
point, I don't say most. After
No.
a certain point,
No,
absolutely.
you're right. You're right.
but I
But
mean,
yeah, those two absolutely comedy flicks. But
I thought, like I said, I thought it was more comedy than it was horror.
Oh,
It
yeah.
kind of pushed aside, took two great horror movie legends and kind of made a joke out of them, I thought. But
can
I
understand
agree.
that.
I think they with Freddy vs. Jason they tried to take two iconic characters and make an action flick. Not
Yeah.
a horror movie. They tried to make an action
Oh yeah,
flick out of it,
absolutely they did.
And I think that was its biggest downfall.
Originally, it's supposed to be versus Ash as well.
Yeah.
But
Exactly,
That
yeah,
would have been,
'cause
that would've been fun.
That'd
I
be
had
different.
I got a couple
Tommy
of comics,
Jarvis would've
Freddy
been in or
vs.
something.
Jason vs. Ash, and I love the comics.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
Would
Originally,
have
it didn't
loved
work
it,
out, but
preferred
I've always
that
heard that at
than,
least.
just the two.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Many
But
people don't know, but that film very important to the relationship of Matt Klein and myself.
it's
Really?
true. First
Yeah.
film ever we saw in theaters together. First time we even realized that
It was
each
our
liked
first
horror. It was.
It was our first date.
Our
Isn't
Brothers'
that
first
sweet?
date.
Isn't that sweet?
It is. I pulled that move
Kiss.
on him. I did
Oh,
Yes.
did the
Kiss.
yawn.
Did
And
you,
yeah.
you got the hole in the bucket of popcorn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we worked it hard, baby. Gilbert, West Virginia.
Benny,
That's the best
Benny,
place
do you
for
have
it.
a negative,
Only
a negative experience to add?
I'm gonna pass on this.
All right. Benny's still here. He's still sitting on behind the back side of the camera. He still loves us.
He don't want to say anything negative
He's
on
a
his
backside
birthday.
jammer.
It is. Is it still your birthday?
Well,
I
it's
thought
not
your birthday
technically his
was
birthday,
It's
but we're
Wednesday,
but we're
yeah.
celebrating his
Oh,
birthday.
But my
so-
mind still thinks I'm 22, so it might as well still be my birthday because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm 23 yet. So
Yeah, something
I
like
don't
that.
imagine there's a huge difference.
No.
Nah.
Since you get to wear those Michael Jordan numbers.
like I don't get to sing the Taylor Swift song anymore, but I'm now the 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, you're Dr. Benny.
You do have a cool Dr. Pepper T-shirt.
The
Yes.
23 flavors of pecan pie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you have that many varieties
T-shirt
of pie?
idea. Ding.
Man.
All right.
Rhubarb.
Before we go even further on a tangent,
I love
which we tend to
tangents.
do,
We do that. We'll get.
let's jump to a movie that we wish we had have watched. I mean, you can't get them all in. As much as you want to get them all in,
We
you
see
can't get them all
comments rolling
in.
in, but we can't see them. We
Yeah, we can't see the
apologize.
comments at all.
We apologize. We
They're
see
not-
people commenting, but
I
you
can
can
look it up
pull
on
it
my
up
phone,
there.
yeah.
But
We're gonna jump to what we wish we could have got in. Ninja, we're gonna
Okay.
start with you on this one. Is there any movie that you didn't get to watch that you wish you could have watched?
Yes, sir. My favorite, The Lost Boys.
Oh, Lost Boys. Yeah, good.
Cult
good little
classic.
vampire flick.
Could watch it over and over, never get tired of it. The Dream Child, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a big Nightmare geek, sorry. Halloween H2O. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
nice.
All-time favorite. Matt Klein?
That I didn't get in. Jared's Game. I wanted to pop that one and didn't get to for sure. Oh, there were several others actually. The Witch being one that I was trying to get to hard. I know. Oh, I can't even think now. I know those two for sure. There was something else. Yeah, I did get to go see the new Ed, so that's we'll throw that in there. I didn't get to watch that, but also we all ignore, but Walking Dead and Stranger Things episodes. Everybody.
We ain't got the TV yet.
No, we're still
working movies. We're still working movies, brother.
Oh man, I was jumping. I thought we were.
All right,
I thought we were
we'll
going home.
get there.
I thought we were taking this home.
Well, we got.
I thought we was wrapping up.
20 more minutes worth of match left.
Oh,
We
man.
ain't even peaked. We're still on the shot. We're still on the
Still
shot.
Well, I'll be back in a minute. Keep it going.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I can breathe.
Hey, James is back.
Chance Rizer. Chance Rizer. Back in the picture. Fake Drake Tungsten. Is there anything?
Fake tongue.
Fake
Fake
tungsten.
tungsten. Is there anything you wish you could have watched?
Not really. Horror films are not a seasonal thing for me. They're every day, year
My
round.
dude.
So
Too sweet you on that.
if I didn't get to watch it in October, I'm gonna watch it in November.
Exactly. Good call. Good call. Good way to be.
That is a good way to be.
Jeff, what'd you miss out on? What you wish you had to watch?
Honestly, there's like a couple movies that I consider it's not Halloween if I didn't get to watch. And I didn't give my way around to one of those, and it's Suspiria.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorites,
Good
and I watch
score.
it every Halloween, and I just didn't get to it this year for whatever reason. So that's the one that I think probably bothers me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
I didn't get any Italian horror in.
Oh no,
actually,
no
this time.
Argento at all.
No Fulci, no Argento.
Me either.
So that's a real blind spot in my whole viewing this year.
Myself, like I said, I went real hard on the occult this year.
Yeah.
Super hard on the occult, and the two. I'm putting two in because you know what? You guys jumped off on various tangents throughout, so I'm going to now. I'm putting in two.
Hey,
The two that I wish that I got to watch was the one, The Craft, because I know it's on Netflix.
I watched that.
I really wanted to watch The Craft because I think I think it's very iconic for someone who kind of grew up in the '90s, and there's very cute, popular '90s girls in it.
Never
Yeah.
saw The Craft.
Me either. I've never seen it,
Oh.
and I feel like it's someone in our generation.
Should we watch it together?
Yeah, let's watch it. Me and Arson brother Matt are gonna make a date to watch The Craft together.
Yes.
I just want to say, I watched it for the first time on Halloween night. I never watched it for the same reason. I grew up this one era of horror that I just automatically hated everything if it was popular because I just assumed it was bad. I kind of lumped that in with that for so long. But I saw so many people talking about it. I watched it. I loved it. I thought it was great. So
Furka Balk's in it. That's
Yeah.
her name, right?
yeah,
Furka
she's
Balk,
great.
yeah.
She's
Oh,
great.
oh, God.
I highly recommend The Craft. Yeah,
Give me the vapors.
Nice.
liked it a lot.
Good.
And
I mean, I've always wondered. It's one of those ones I'm off camera.
It's one of those ones that we would have crapped on a while back.
I
Just
feel like there's a lot of stuff like that, man, that you would dump on at the time.
it's making
but
me
now going
wonder how
back,
much I need to go back and watch
Same.
from the
that,
90s.
that
I've
was
been thinking
that
that
was
too,
me with the
same.
new Ed. I was like dumping on it and didn't think I'd watch the same much The Craft. I thought, that's not gonna be me. And then bite my tongue as usual because I like both movies.
Yeah, it's great. What's your other one?
The other one, another occultish film that was on actually Cult Nation. The Craft is on Cult Nation's top 15, 20
Mm-hmm.
occult films of all time. This other one was on that list, and I kind of wanted to watch it. So I saw it on Netflix. I meant to watch it, never got around to it. Neon Demon.
I've
Oh,
never
we
saw
both
it.
Never seen it.
It
I
looked
watched that
good.
this season.
Got good reviews.
It's good. It's a little slower than I think I wanted maybe, but it's a different and unique take at a horror flick, and I like that.
All right.
It was very interesting.
Now we're getting ready to jump into TV. Before we jump into TV, I need a drink of water. Anybody have any water in
Hey,
here?
brother.
Become power. Oh!
Nice
Right to me. Anyway, take a sip of water. Delicious.
Oh, a little Boris,
Brothers love hydration.
little
From
Boris just
hydration.
came out of you there.
Before we get to television and other media,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's read the comments. First comment. This is on Facebook. I don't know how to look at YouTube.
I don't think we got anything on YouTube.
No, we've got some viewers on YouTube, it looks like, but I don't have any comments.
Good.
First comment on Facebook. Trey Dodd. Hey, guys. Hey,
What's
Trey.
up, Trey?
Second comment. Neighborhood. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face back to you, neighborhood.
Smiley face.
Third comment. Adrian Rye. That's quite a pile of men there.
Yeah, it is. For better or worse.
For
Listen,
better.
poor, until
For
sickness and health
better.
till death do us part.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
for better. Fourth comment, neighborhood. Nice. It is nice.
Very nice.
It's nice.
Very
nice.
It's very nice.
After that, fifth comment. Joey by God Morton.
My dude.
Bury and become pie.
Did you ever watch the one where that guy lost his belt 30 seconds after he won it?
Was he talking about himself?
Lord, I want it.
He had it for 2 months. He had that belt longer than anybody.
Dude.
How many times did he defend it, though?
It don't matter, even that good. You don't have to defend the belt. You're an attraction. How many times Brock Lesnar defend his belt?
Joey Morton, I will always put you over, brother.
Yeah, Joey Morton's the attraction to the Arson Brothers, like Brock
Joey
Lesnar
put
is to
you over.
WWE.
Yeah.
Neighborhood after that. No. Don't laugh at us, neighborhood.
I feel like we're being laughed at.
We're grown men. Don't laugh at us.
Are we?
Are we comedians?
Comment after that. D Unchained Mac. D Mac.
D-Mac!
What's up,
We
bro?
love you.
Hashtag Arson Bros.
Yeah.
Hashtag D Mac.
This
Hashtag
week-
D-Mac.
Hashtag
Boom.
one of the best members of the Black Skull Army.
Yeah.
After
Neighborhood
the Unchained
again?
Mac,
Nope.
once again, Joey BGM.
Uh-oh.
If you want to watch a very scary deal, just watch one of Benny Conley's matches.
Oh,
Oh.
It's okay.
Maybe he actually meant it like scary, like as a fellow wrestler, he wouldn't want to get in the ring with you because you're so intimidating.
That's what he told me, anyways.
Yeah,
That's gotta be it.
that's totally it.
Yeah.
So let's roll on to TV after Joey by God
Roll
Morton
on
shoots
now,
down
we
Benny
roll
Conley.
If it meant anything to me, I'd reply back. But
Oh, man.
Oh.
The shade is
I feel like
real.
there's an angle waiting to be.
We all watched a
worked.
little bit of television this time.
They got pretty good in.
Can we give a pop to Frank Parker up here in the Arson Brothers shirt?
British Frank Parker?
British Frank Parker in the Arson Brothers
Bubby
shirt.
Parker across the
Bubby
pond.
Parker.
Bubby Parker broccoli on
Block.
Twitter.
He's Block Lesnar because he blocked us all.
Block us
He's
all.
Block Lesnar. We are all
Twitter,
blocked.
Bubby
Hit him with
Parker.
that one. Yeah.
All right, TV
It's
shows.
a brutal one.
Yeah.
Matt, you watch a lot of individual TV shows.
I did.
You
I
got a
tried
big
to pull
list.
through some specials.
Cartoon, live action, all of it going on. Since you had the most, we'll start with you like we started with movies.
Gotta see.
Yeah,
I watch the
that's what
TV
he's
shows.
Good
What was-
Lord Almighty, I got Mac.
What was your favorite Halloween TV show?
Oh man, I enjoyed all of, which I love the show. All of Parks and Rec's Halloween episodes were quite fun, of course, and The Office Halloween is iconic at this point. I did watch it. I did Treehouse of Horror, I think 5, which is one of the best, and I did a couple random ones, I think 15 or so. I always like Treehouse of Horror, but I think 5 was the best. There we go. So that took me up with my actual
All YouTube
list.
viewers can see them
I
passing
did
the
quite a
list.
bit. It's the most Garfield's Halloween Adventure that was very fun. Honestly, it was one of my favorites. The Real Ghostbusters, the Halloween Door episode, quite good as well.
That's going deep here. I love it.
Eureka's Castle Halloween special, I will say, did not hold up as much as I really wanted to. I was a little disappointed in that because I liked that a lot. What else we got? Of course, Family Guy Peter Guys. That's an iconic Halloween episode at this point. It was good. Super Mario Brothers Super Show did 2 Halloween episodes.
I
So.
didn't know they ran
I
that.
didn't know it had 2 seasons.
Oh yeah, I think
Wow.
3. It had Count Cupula and Coopenstein, 2 episodes. They were good. Enjoyed
That
that.
creature from the Coop Lagoon.
Alvin and the Chipmunks Halloween was good. I watched Halloween is Grinch Night twice because I wasn't aware of it, and I was excited. I actually made the young boys watch that with me once, and they made fun of me, but it's cool.
Completely unaware of that.
Yeah, quite interesting. I went with the little classic Mickey Mouse The Haunted House short. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Also, Bobby's World Halloween did not hold up as much as I wanted. I was expecting that to be a little better. The Community Halloween Epidemiology is a classic. Boy Meets World, and then there was Sean. Love that one. Love that one. And of course, he had to do The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I did that one Halloween night, and after that, I popped in a couple randoms and did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Halloween special, and really enjoyed that one. So I popped out some random TV, and it was quite fun. Very, very fun.
A lot of TV in there.
It was fun.
Ninja, what you got? Did you watch any TV shows?
I didn't watch that many. I watched a few. Watched all the Simpson ones. Hocus Pocus, I watched it like 12 times.
Nice. Yeah, they had a marathon, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I think it was Halloween night. They had it like 24 hours. So I like watched it continuously back to back to back.
Nice.
I think Arson Brother Jeff watched this one too, the Michael Jackson Halloween special.
No, I didn't get to watch that.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I missed like the first.
I popped pretty hard for that.
I missed like the first 5 minutes of it, and I wish I didn't, because I really didn't hear what was coming on. I was just flipping through the channels and happened to just come across it.
Yeah.
Which I know Jeff's daughter, Macy Bell, crazy about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But it was actually pretty good. Recommend if you can find it, go back and watch it, because it was a real good show. I watched the Garfield one like Matt did.
Nice.
Couple of them. The Family Guy one too. Also, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Got it on DVD, so I watched it constantly, and then watched it again on TV.
Nice.
Size?
Yeah. I watched both seasons of Channel Zero. Like I didn't know Channel Zero was a thing.
That's a lot.
So I jumped in on that on Sci-Fi. The new season just wrapped up around Halloween. I guess the week before Halloween, and so. Marathon the first season, watched all the second season up to Halloween, and the first season, the Candle Cove, because they're based on creepypastas. If you ever read any of those online, the first one's based on the Candle Cove creepypasta loosely, and the second one's loosely based on the No End House creepypasta. And but the first one, the Candle Cove one, was so good. Like it was everything that I've ever wanted American Horror Story to be. So, American Horror Story's alright. Like, it's a good little horror.
I like the first season.
Yeah, the first season's okay. It gets
Excuse me.
It gets a little too teenagey at points,
Agreed.
and it gets a little too, I don't know, just over-sensational, nip-tucky, because it's the same dude.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get scary enough. I felt like the first season of Channel Zero, Candle Cove, it got the right amount of scary. And other than that, I just watched a lot of, kids' Halloween specials with my daughter. We watched Goosebumps. We watched a little bit of Gravity Falls.
You never lose with Goosebumps.
No. You never lose with Gravity Falls.
I want to watch Gravity Falls. I want to watch all of it.
If you're a grown-up and you love kind of mysterious, kind of horror-y, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Horror-y, not
horror-y.
If you like Robert Horry or horrors, you won't like it. But if you like horror-y stuff,
you're on the wrong path.
Yeah, you're on the wrong path for that. But if you like horror-y kid shows with a little bit of sci-fi and suspense, then Gravity Falls is for you. It's so good. Watching Gravity Falls made me feel like I did when I watched Lost for the first time.
Oh, wow.
So, for a kid show.
Wow.
You're not the first person I've heard say that.
Very wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to check it out anyway. But
I will say I work in a bookstore, and I've worked there now for over a year. That Gravity Falls Journal Volume 3 is the only book that has never left the top 10 bestsellers.
Wow.
As long as I've worked there. It stays in the kids' top 10 bestsellers. So, yeah. Never once lose it.
It's pretty cool.
Only TV I've got to really comment on was I filled in, and I only watched one episode of it. I know there's multiple, but I filled in a major blind spot in not only my TV viewing, but definitely my horror TV or Halloween TV viewing. I finally watched my first episode of Roseanne.
Oh, yeah.
And
which is crazy.
I know. And the only one, and it was the Halloween Boo.
The best one.
I watched Boo, and I loved it. So I definitely, not only do I want to watch the rest of the Halloweens, but I think I just want to watch more Roseanne.
I'm ready to.
I love John Goodman anyway.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. That's really about all I watched.
Red State, a pretty decent horror film.
Red State is a good movie.
Yeah.
Real quickly, I'm watching. I poured through, and it's a quick little first season. Stan Against Evil.
Yeah.
IFC horror comedy show with. I can't think of his name. He was the janitor on Scrubs.
Neil Flynn.
Yes, he's perfect in it. It's excellent.
I like Neil Flynn. Like him in Scrubs. I like him as the dad in Mean Girls.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I like Mean Girls.
I do too.
Yeah.
The only Lindsay Lohan I
Good
like.
movie.
Never saw
Before
it.
she got cracked out and skinny when she was
She was
kinda,
doing good stuff
she had
back then.
she had like the kind of hips going.
Yeah.
She was 18.
The
so
hips
it's
don't
like-
lie.
We're the same age.
The
It's
hips
nice.
don't lie.
All right. I don't want to go into bad TV because we went into bad movies.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're the only one that read a lot of books.
I did read
don't
a lot
think
of
you-
books.
Yes.
You have any books you want to throw out there? that were
There's
amazing?
one in. I mean, I read a lot of stuff. I mean, I could.
Yeah,
And like I
you
could
paid
talk
to
about
read.
Stephen King, I could talk about Joe Hill, but that's stuff that I feel like a lot of people already know about. What I really do want to talk about in particular is one book, and it's by Paul Tremblay, and it's called A Head Full of Ghosts. This is a book that I actually discovered because Stephen King was putting it over so hard. He was saying it was one of the scariest books he'd ever read. And this book is basically, if you're a fan of The Exorcist, it basically is looking at, like, if The Exorcist had happened and the family decided to allow a reality TV company to come in and film it for a TV show, it's basically told to that viewpoint. And there's, like, certain points in this book, and I think it's rare with a book more than it is with TV, to be reading something and get, like, genuinely creeped out in your own home. I was up at night reading one night, and, like, it genuinely creeped me out to the point where, like, I was hearing stuff in the house. Because, I mean, a lot of you know, Matt and myself, we're paranormal investigators as well. We've dealt in that realm, and there were things in there that were very authentic to things that we've dealt with. And yeah, so definitely, it's a short read. I mean, you can knock this book out in 2 or 3 nights easily. I mean, and that's probably quicker than that. But if you just devoted a couple hours each night to reading, heavily recommend it. It's Paul Tremblay, A Head Full of Ghosts. And
Cool.
yes, I mean, like I said, that's the main thing I wanted to really put over.
Any of you other guys have any non-TV, non-movie things you want to put over or talk about?
The only other Halloween thing I did related, I went to Glade Springs Resort, an area here between here and Beckley, that does a scare nights. I forget exactly what it's called. Fright Nights, I think, each year. And they had a mini horror escape room and like a haunted maze kind of thing you went through, and a 3D zombie experience. It was really nice. I want to put that over, something here locally that was very fun and enjoyable.
From your pictures, it looked awesome.
It was
Yeah,
very
it
cool.
looked
I really want to go.
It really
to that.
was. It was very neat.
We
And-
should all try to go next year.
Yeah,
It's Arson
and it
Brothers.
was affordable, like $25 got you. Well, I think $30 including the escape room and that, and you did everything you wanted to do.
That's awesome.
It was not bad at all, and it was enjoyable. I mean, you're talking in at least 4 hours of entertainment, if not more, doing everything for that. So it was very nice.
That's awesome.
Ninja?
Well, I'm kind of like in Jeff's spot. The only 2 books I've actually read or that I'm trying to read is It, which everybody knows it's a big, long,
Yeah, it's
big
like
book.
8,000
Yeah,
pages.
it
It's
is.
almost like a
enormous.
coffee table. I mean, it's
Yeah.
stacked.
It's enormous.
I started reading it, and I'm probably like in 10 pages into it without, then it's like 1,200 something pages.
Yeah.
And the other book I'm actually reading now is The Many Faces of Dracula.
That's cool.
So it's based on the actual Dracula, Transylvania and all that, what he went through. And so it's actually an interesting book. If you haven't read it, I'd recommend it highly.
That sounds very neat.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't read any books, didn't go to any horror movies or horror shows, haunted houses. But I watched the Gore video, the new Gore video. That's kind of cool.
There you go.
It went great. I mean, I like the idea of Gore. I don't really like Gore in practice that much. It was a cool
Don't they
video.
have like a female singer now?
No, she was on there for a little while. They got the chubby dude that did a TED Talk.
Oh, okay.
I got fat guy bias, so it's cool for me to get a chubby
I'm
dude that
all
does a TED
for
Talk.
that,
I love
yeah.
him.
What actually freaked me out one time when I was actually doing asphalt work and we was working in Blacksburg, just out of the blue, we was going down the road and we actually seen every member of the band War, when the original lead singer was still living, actually walking down the street dressed in the War outfits, just for a neighborhood stroll, just walking down the street, and that's just something you just didn't see
Living the
every
gimmick,
day.
brother.
Yeah.
Living the
Otis
gimmick.
Ungress wrestled Tracy Smothers in West Virginia once
Yeah,
for out of the
nice.
East Coast. Yeah.
But what did
All right.
Flatus Maximus think of that?
I have to pee really bad, so I'm gone. These guys are gonna finish this up.
Alright,
Love
we're
y'all.
wrapping up.
See you next time. I'm gonna pee my pants.
I will ask for those of us that are remaining. The last question. I think this will be a fun one to end on.
Okay.
Halloween season's here. It's gone. We watched a lot of movies. We partook in many Halloween themed forms of entertainment.
Yes.
As far as movies go, and this could be one you did or did not get the chance to watch. Halloween season. what is the one movie that you feel like you have to watch for it to be your Halloween season and make it right?
Honestly, for me, I can't go in this. I mean, this is cliche and not technically even a movie, but if I don't get Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin in, then I haven't done Halloween.
Good choice.
Like I don't know that I have a particular like horror movie because I just dive in as I've done to the horror movies, and there's a lot. I mean, because I don't know, I don't have a particular one, but that one I have to watch Great Pumpkin every year. I have to.
Good choice. Ninja?
Me have keeping with the theme. It has to be Halloween.
Nice.
Can't do Halloween without doing Halloween. Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, top movie. Get that song stuck in my head every time. Can't get it out. But yeah, I mean, and Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown's always go to.
I get you, Jeff.
Well, Ninja actually just kind of said what I was going to say. It's literally not Halloween for me if I don't get at least one viewing in of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. To me, that is the quintessential Halloween horror film. Everything about it is just perfect to me. It's one of my favorite movies. Ever. Honestly, I just love it so much.
That's good stuff.
And if it's not viewed, then I don't think I've had a Halloween.
I like that.
So,
I had to run back from P and just answer this question because it's a very important question in my life.
Nice.
Every year since I was 13 years old, I have watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
nice.
Yeah.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is the movie that was the only reason I made friends at Virginia Tech. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is a movie that's been so super important in my life, and it doesn't feel like Halloween if I don't watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Thank you, VH1. Like, I know right now you're probably showing some garbage about housewives or something.
True.
But when I was 13 years old, you showed me the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it changed my life, and I love it. And I love you, VH1, forever and always because of it.
And now it's completely embedded in Arson Brothers.
Yeah, now we have the Arson Horror Picture Show. If you missed
That's
it,
right. The original plan was to post lots of that on Facebook and YouTube.
Most of that really can't be posted.
It just did not work out. But we do have something very special in store coming up for Christmas.
Oh, yes, we do.
We'll just throw that out there.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
we do.
stay tuned. Subscribe, like, follow
All those
us,
things.
do all those things that we love and adore.
Come see us, get some t-shirts.
Physically follow us. We
Buy
like
a
to be
shirt,
stalked.
A little
follow us, send us fan mail, send us hate mail.
Oh, we need the hate.
Hang outside our house for a while and
Your
demand
house or-
this house, the
This
house
time.
brand.
Okay.
Demand
House
autographs,
in the
stalk us at
middle of the
airports,
compound.
even though we never fly anywhere and I don't cross the Mississippi.
True.
Just be fanboys. Just do what you fanboys do.
That's what they-
That's all. We just want you to adore
want you to
us.
mark
We just
out
want you to
for us,
love
bro.
us. But
Do we have any more comments before we leave?
anybody have any important thing to say?
Walmart love you.
Walmart love you
Walmart
all.
love you.
Like it. Just like it. Just like it. Just do
Like,
it.
like,
Hit the like
subscribe.
button.
Thank you for
We got
those
a-
of you that
we
joined us
have-
and interacted here in this our first real live experiment on the YouTube and Facebook.
Right now, we're reaching our hands out to you. If you're out there watching right now,
If you can touch, reach out and touch us.
We got $1.35 YouTube money.
We need it.
Get us up to walk culture. Get us up to walk culture, baby.
Don't leave it on
Walk
Facebook.
culture us. Walk culture
Don't leave it on
us. Do you want to stop streaming?